Hi, Michelle. How are you?
You guys are really close.
So, a couple weeks removed from your last fight.
Yeah.
In retrospect, how do you feel about it? What went wrong?
I feel like coming to the UFC, moving up a new weight class, finding the top tier of the division, it's just a bit of a learning curve. And every fight you go into, you have to know that you can't compare it to any of your fights prior, but that's easier said than done. And there were things that I take away from it that I did really well, and there are things that I take away from it that I could have done better. And I was improving on my boxing, and I really wanted to prove to myself that I could stand and throw, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. But there were other things that I wish I could have done, and that's why I have some more fights on my contract to do that.
After the fight, I noticed on your Instagram stories,
Yeah.
which are often very entertaining, that you were very emotional. You were talking about like going to hug your family and spending time, and I don't know if there was a deeper meaning to all of that, or if you were, there was one in your car. Do you remember there was like 5 in a row, and you had a black eye? And,
Yeah.
And what were you trying to say to your fans, or what were you trying to express?
Sometimes I think that as an athlete and as a fighter, I can be consumed and really selfish about my career. And at the beginning of my camp, my father-in-law got in a really bad accident and was in the hospital, and they were telling us that he wouldn't be able to walk, and doing all his rehab and stuff. And it really put things into perspective for me, because I get to wake up every day and get out of bed and do what I love. And I just think it's important to sometimes take a step back and appreciate the things you have, and appreciate the people that are in your life, and to cherish every second you have with them, because you never know what's going to happen.
How is your father-in-law now?
He is he's doing better. He's at home now, and we're still working on the rehab, and we're just trying to be in his corner, because he has a big fight ahead of him. So we're just being in his corner, and just trying to be supportive.
You also said before the fight that after the fight against Rose, you kind of had to regain your love for mixed martial arts or martial arts. How are you processing this loss? Do you feel the same way, or?
I know the reason why I lost is I'm proud of myself for the way I fought, but I know that the reason why I lost is because I was restricting myself from some of the things that I could have done, and that does kind of reignite my passion for fighting. It's like a constant search for who I need to be as a fighter, and the minute you think you've learned something new, something else falls off. And that's why I love martial arts so much, is because it takes so much for it to all come together. And it was kind of a hard pill to swallow. I've never lost 2 in a row, and it's not something that settles well in your stomach, especially around the holidays, and you want to come home and spend time with your family and celebrate. But that's life. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. I know that I went out there and I did well. Tecia's, a highly ranked fighter. She's going off to fight big names as well. And I'm just proud to say that I got in there and threw down with her. So.
When you look at the growing state of the women's divisions in the UFC, you came from atomweight. How much do you think that division would, I think, be a good one to have here in the UFC?
I think they should add a lot more weight classes, especially for the women, because we hold on to weight differently than men do, and if you give the women a division to flourish in, where they're not having to struggle to add muscle, to cut weight, then they're going to show up. I think we've done a good job at coming into the UFC and showing that we're just as passionate as everybody else. Give them the platform to show their skills and abilities, and they're going to show up every time. So.
Would you ever consider going back to atomweight if it were here in the UFC?
I don't know. I guess you can never. I'll never say never, but I do feel comfortable at 115. I worry less about cutting weight and worry more about training, and I think that's more important. And I'd rather take that advantage. But like I say never. If the division opens and it's a good opportunity for me, then we'll see where it takes me.
Now that 2018 is, or 2017 is almost done, 2018 is coming up, I feel like it's sort of been like a tale of 2 years for you. You've become like a superstar almost. You're on MTV and Body Armor and stuff, but in the cage it hasn't gone your way. How would you describe this year? How does it feel like a mix of emotions?
Yeah, 100%. You know, fighting is my passion, martial arts is my passion, but I also understand that it's important for me to take advantage of this platform that I'm on so that I can build my brand, so that when I'm done fighting, I have something to fall back on. But with that being said, I look forward to getting back in the win column and climbing back up the ranks and making that my priority.
How soon do you think you'll go back?
I'd like to fight March, if I could.
Any names?
I'm really looking forward to watching the bout tonight between Carla and Cynthia. I think either one of those girls would be a fun match between me. Also, you know, I know Felice has been on a 4-fight win streak. You know, her and I kind of grew up in the sport together. I think that would be an entertaining fight. But at this point, I just want to get in the win column, so we'll see who they give me.
Just one question about the main event. I mean, a lot of talk about the main event has been, you know, the winner was kind of potentially going to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like female bias, you know. Would you agree with that? I mean, if Molly gets it done or not, then she's one of your
100%. I believe that, well, I might be biased because Holly's like one of my best friends, but I know what she does behind the scenes that nobody else gets to really see, and to me, she's already the GOAT because I get to see her work ethic. I get to see her, you know, on her highs, and I get to see her on her lows, and in all instances, she is an amazing person, an amazing athlete, and somebody that I aspire to be.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
Michelle, thank you.
Thank you.